It's time now for our taunt of the day. Pels Pistons is where we're at here. And Brandon Ingram is going to get a big block because that's what he does on Frank Jackson. Woo! Not the schoolyard, though. Ingram gets it a quick taunt, but then he draws the second tech, gets him tossed from the game.
Oh, come on.
Don't matter, though. New Orleans would go on to win this one.
They tossed him for that. That's petty.
Yeah, well, that's what they do now in the NBA, which is a great segue here to introduce NBA legend. His name is Charles Oakley. I don't know, maybe you've heard of him a time or two. Maybe, perhaps. Charles Oakley is here with us this morning because he is releasing his memoir, The Last Enforcer. It's now out everywhere. Charles, good morning to you. Thanks for being here with us. And let's kind of start with that because I know the physicality of the game has changed drastically. You're called the enforcer for a reason. So I guess we could dive a little bit more into that. How do you think today's NBA game could benefit from a little more physicality like Charles Oakley used to play with?
You're right.
I think that they will love it. They want some more action. You know, they want the scoring to go up though. So I think my game in the day game, it'll be great. Fans like the physicality. You know, you can be physical and play smart. Mm-hmm. And you know, the game is like I said, they shoot a lot of threes now. It changed from the 80s and 90s, and the skill level. So you know, my game, I think I could still play in this game today if I was playing because just the IQ of knowing the game and knowing what my skill level let me do on the court, night in, night out.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I couldn't agree with you more. Mm-hmm. I know you spent a decade with the Knicks, obviously, as we're seeing right there, but I'm a Chicago girl at heart, so I'm going to make you rewind the clock a little bit. I also know Michael Jordan wrote the foreword for this book, The Last Enforcer, and so if you could dig down deep now, Charles, if you've got a good story from my Midwest soul here that you could share about Chicago and you and MJ, I'm here for it if you could give it to me.
You know, in this book, I talk a lot about MJ because, yes, he did do the forward. But I can tell a story. One day, we used to always go places together. Mm-hmm. And so we was cruising down the highway doing about 110, 120. Ooh. And you can tell when somebody's catching up on you. And so the car was getting closer, and we just took off doing about 140, 150. Next thing we know, about 2 miles up the road, about 20 police cars, and they had a roadblock for us. Oh. And we stopped and got out. They came into the car. Driving, you know, registration. Oh, Mr. Jordan, we sorry. Just slow it down. We'll see you next week. So it's funny that, you know, when you hang with Michael, you know, good things happen. We didn't get a ticket and we didn't get arrested. So we slowed it down to about 90.
Okay, good. We can slow it down to about 90. I'll take that. About 90. I need to roll with you two. Then I could go 150 on the highway in the Chi-Town streets.
That's wild. The fact that y'all were cruising and riding like that. But shout out to knowing people, right?
Exactly.
Now, we know that you're the enforcer, and we're going to stick on the topic of MJ, but you're also the chef. And right. You actually made a few dishes on MJ's 40th birthday. Oprah was there. There was a lot of different people over there at that party. So we have to know, man, I mean, what did you cook at that party? And then after you answer that question, I mean, what's your go-to dish, especially, you know, today that you like to make?
So at the party, it was like a lot of celebrity, you know, and we got snowed in. So basically, you know, I cooked for like 40, 50 people. So when you're cooking for a large group of people, so you want to get stuff that quick and, you know, don't take a lot of time. We had, I think we had macaroni and cheese. We had sea bass. Ooh. We had some string beans with cranberry in it. We had some fried. No, we had fish. It was 2 different days. So we had fish. I made apple pie. So. And we had like a lot of finger food. It was 2 days, so I didn't want to do the same thing 2 days in a row. So next thing I had to do everything opposite of what I did the day before. But we just had a ball. It was like, you know, 10, 12 inches of snow on the ground, so we had nothing else to do. But my go-to dish, everybody would ask, I just said, you know, I try to get a nice pineapple sea bass with some Brussels sprouts, with some carrots and some whipped potatoes.
That sounds real healthy. That sounds real healthy.
Real healthy. I mean? It sounds real delicious. Earlier, I still haven't put a morsel in my body, Charles. You're making my mouth water. All right, let's go back to the NBA now here with Charles Oakley and talk about the Knicks. The Knicks got to play the Grizzlies tonight. Grizzlies are surging at this point. Knicks are struggling. Julius Randle hasn't been exactly who he was a year ago, right? And so, You know, you look at this game tonight, how can the Knicks kind of get back on track against a really good Memphis team?
Well, you know, they won their last game, so if they win this, they can get a streak going. But Memphis is a tough team out west. John Morant is really showing out this year, showing that he's an all-star, starting all-star this year, an all-star game. He was second pick in the draft 3 years ago. And, you know, the Knicks beat a team like this, a team that, you know, 15 games over 500, and it'd be a great win for them. It'd be something they can come out and feel comfortable about. They beat them the next game and give some courage and hopefully get a winning streak going.
Yeah, a win over the Grizzlies definitely would do that. Charles Oakley, thank you so much for the time. We appreciate it. Again, the last enforcer, outrageous stories from the life and times of one of NBA's fiercest competitors is out right now. Thanks for joining us. It's a great read. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.